August 2023, South Korea. Taman Koleshinsky pulls off one of the greatest upsets of all time, defeating Max Park and becoming 6x6 world champion. Max Park finishes off the podium. February 2024, Seunghook Nam breaks Max's 6x6 average world record, marking the first time in the last 7 years Max has not had a dominant grip on the 6x6 world rankings. Now it's 2025, and Max is still untouchable when he is on his game, and he proved so by beating both Taman and Nam in world record time at North American Championship 2024. However, we have seen the cracks start to show, we have seen mistakes be made, and Max must be at his absolute best if he wants to hold off the closely approaching competition. Right behind the big three are rising stars like Lim Hung, the 4-time Asian record holder, and breakout performer Henry Lichtner, who will both be looking to make their mark in this final. This is Max's event to lose, but in the MENA 3 event, there are never any guarantees. This is the 6x6 World Championship final, and it starts right now.
An incredible final has just passed. Another amazing final to come. Manu Singhal with 3-time world champion Kevin Hayes. Kevin, we have a heater of a 6x6 final coming up next.
Yeah, this one's going to be pretty hard to predict. I mean, it's looking like Max Park's going to take the win, and if Max Park is on his game, I don't think anyone can beat him, but this event, he has been a little shaky, and he did win the first 2 rounds, but the field behind him is really tight and honestly extremely high variance.
Yeah, I mean, we've been saying it all weekend. It is the greatest field across all the events that we have ever seen at the World Championships. Lim Hung of Malaysia, 140.02 in round 2. Just behind him, Emmanuel Cao of Singapore setting the national record mean, 114.45. Taman Koleshinsky, you can never get away from him, 115.63. He is hunting for another medal.
Yeah, behind him also Nam in 115.89. We have 5 cubers under that 116 barrier. But right behind him, I think the big story that we might be looking out for, Henry Lichtner down in 8th place right now with the 120. Pretty medium performance in the semifinals. It wasn't like he had a pop and then 2 good solves straight across the board around the 120 range. But the big story in round 1, 103,
yeah, 122,
110. I mean, that's wild for someone who only like 8 weeks ago had a PR of 120. He had 3 114 averages at a random local in Chicago earlier last month, and then 112 in round 1. Obviously, the nerves have gotten to him. He was 3rd seed in 5x5 finals. Did okay, but definitely underperformed. 7x5 finals, he did pretty poorly. And then 6x6 semifinals also did poorly, but the capabilities are there. He honestly looks like he can contend with the top players. He honestly might be one of the ones who has the most chance of knocking Max off if he's on point. 103, 110 singles. Obviously, I think Taman and Lim and Emmanuel and Nam, it's crazy how many names there are. Lim was last night in 7x7 finals. He was mad about all 3 solves and got 3rd place.
Yeah. These solvers have an extremely high standard for themselves. Actually, an interesting thing to note about Henry, when he was competing in 6x6 semifinals, he very specifically did not want to be placed on the stream stage, perhaps wondering if there would be extra nerves there. So we never know. Perhaps an intentionally subpar performance?
Maybe. I don't really think so, though, because you know what an intentionally subpar performance would look like? It looked like 111, 111, 135. People know the cut. You could look it up. Like you can kind of see on the screens. If you wanted to make sure you don't get that top seed, you don't flirt with danger by going 117, 120 out of the gate. I mean, it was an extremely slow 6x6 semifinal, 2.5 seconds slower than projected. But we're going to see how this shakes out. It's certainly going to be a wild one. Max is obviously the one to beat. When he has his game, he's unstoppable. But really, anything can happen, especially in this MENA 3 event with parity.
A thrilling final to come. Alyssa Esperaz to introduce all of our finalists.
This is our 6x6 final. In your 20th seed, representing the United States, Luke Garrett. In the 19th seed, representing Chinese Taipei, Tianjun Yang. In the 18th seed, representing New Zealand, Dwayne Ramos. In our 17th seed, representing the United States, Maddie Hiroto Inaba. In our 16th seed, representing Indonesia, Firstian Fushada. In our 15th seed, representing Switzerland, Richard Delacoste. In our 14th seed, representing the United States, Benjamin Way. In our 13th seed, representing Russia, Timofey Tarasenko. In the 12th seed, representing the United States, Patrick Ponce. In our 11th seed, representing the Republic of Korea, Jong-soo Park. In our 10th seed, representing Chinese Taipei, Kai-Wen Wong. In the 9th seed, representing Canada, Arhan Serene. In the 8th seed, representing the United States, Henry Lickner. In our 7th seed, the 2011 world champion and a 14-time world record holder, representing Australia, Felix Semdegs. In our 6th seed, placing second at the last World Championship, representing Ireland, Kieran Behan. In our 5th seed, placing third at the last World Championship, a former world record holder, representing the Republic of Korea, Sun Hyuk Nam. In our 4th seed, the current European champion and defending world champion, representing Poland, Timon Koleszinski. In our 3rd seed, a 11-time Singaporean national record holder, setting a national record mean earlier today to qualify for this final, representing Singapore, Emmanuel Cao. In our 2nd seed, a 27-time Malaysian national record holder, representing Malaysia, Lim Hung. And our 1st seed, the current North American champion, the 2019 world champion, a 22-time world record holder, including the current average and single, representing the United States, Max Park. Good luck to all our 6x6 finalists.
An incredible set of fantastic finalists have gathered here in Seattle. Who will win the 6x6 crown? On the left, the reigning world champion, Timon Koleszinski. On the right, perhaps the greatest this event has ever seen, Max Park, the only one to ever get a sub-1 single, multiple sub-1 singles at that.
I mean, you can see it right there on the stat. Timon Koleszinski, the defending world champion, but 6 wins to Max, 1 to Timon. Obviously in the most important rounds thus far, but everyone knows Max is the favorite. He's the only one that can really reliably get under 110 mean. The other contestants have both Nam and Timon, but it's like a single sub 110. Not actually, I think Nam's the only one who has a sub 110.
Nam, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm picking Max, but once again, we've seen that Max has been a little shakier in 6th and 7x7. He is such a rock. It was crazy that he actually I was surprised he lost even a single round in 7x7 yesterday, but we'll really see what happens when we get started, because Max is just a little off. I mean, we remember that Korea final where he got 5th place.
Really excited to see, once again, Yao versus Redux. It's going to be quite the battle. Lim Hung sitting in the stream stage. He's going to be using Yao, as is Kieran Behan, who you see right now. Of course, Max using Redux, championing it, and of course getting some fantastic, incredible, mind-boggling results with.
Yeah, so Yao, for the Yao splits, we're looking at 42 seconds. If we're so the target for most of these solvers is going to be looking at kind of the 114 range. We're thinking 114 to podium, depending on obviously 114 in the first round. I think it was 113 in the second, and 113 in the first round, 114 in the second round. Henry was telling me that for Yao, 114 splits you're looking for are 42-32. And for a Redux, you want to have similar. If you're stronger on centers, you have a similar centers and edge split. Max is definitely an edge favored solver. I mean, I won't give you a target of 114 because Max is really looking at 110. If we're looking at 110, we're probably thinking more of like 32, 28, 10. Kieran here though is 30 seconds. Oh no, this is not Kieran. This is
this is Lim here in your main screen. Kieran is up in the top right. You can see going through centers now is Lim as Kieran gets 118.
Not a bad solve for Kieran, but it's a tough one. The mental battles for Mina 3 are brutal because you have to count every single solve, and you get that like a single parity could take 2.5 seconds. You just know that's a flat 0.7 on your overall mean.
We saw it yesterday with 7x7, the edge pairing. I am loving Lim Hung's speed through the first half of edge pairing, but he slowed down considerably as we hit 105.
Yeah, I don't mind that slowdown though, because it's not like a mistake or he's like figuring out what happened. He paused real quick to get a better grip on what edges he's pairing. Sometimes it is hard to continuously go, and not a great start.
The PLO parity for 118. Timon Kolosinski, also Yao user, is getting off for his first.
Oh, a lot of pauses on these centers. You should literally never, ever pause when you're building your centers. It is extremely easy to build centers. Edge is an entirely different story, but centers are so easy.
And here we are, Max Park. He is off to the races himself.
Max, very strong center builder. He's not the most efficient. He turns extremely well. Due to the fact that centers are pretty easy to turn continuously on, what you're looking for, the difference maker is how efficient can you build your centers. There's a lot of different cases and there's different ways in which you can start. Bars in the left, center out, 2 bars at a time, and you have to be able to make sure you can pick all of them in order to be fast. But so Max doesn't necessarily do that. He's more of a simpler solver, but he easily makes it up with by far the best edges in the world.
Oh yeah, and here we go, edge pairing now. He just flies through edges, almost no pausing whatsoever. It almost looks like he doesn't slow down. It's incredible how far he is able to look ahead.
Yeah, as we can see, Max with a 32-second split on centers, which is honestly pretty pedestrian for someone of his caliber, but we'll see if he can bring these edges back, although I don't know. This one's not looking too great.
Yeah, this is not great. I feel like there's like exec errors here. It looks like he's almost like misgripping sometimes as we go into last 4 edges and now 3x3
Never
stage.
mind. He's so good. I mean, 29-second edges is not amazing, but Max Park with his amazing 3x3 stage is going to end up with a 113.
And that's going to put him pretty far ahead. But, Kevin, on the screen, we see Henry Lickner, 111.18. He is the leader after 1 solve.
All right, maybe Henry was sandbagging first solve. Oh, my God. Henry, I'm really rooting for him. Up and coming. Well, he's up and come now from, like, America. This is a wow, just an absolute meteoric rise. Already been, this is now his 3rd Big Cube final. Pretty question, like as we mentioned before, pretty big question mark. How is he going to do? But can he hold it together? 111. He does not know he's in the lead, but he knows that he is already hitting the pace for that amazing average. The problem is you just have to know that an average of 5 events, you have that 1 solve you can not count, and just having that cushion, even though in an average of 5 event, you need to get 2 good solves to count a fast solve, that's not that big of a deal, while mentally having that safety net is huge.
The other thing, as the viewer, we know that 113 is not Max Park's best time. We are almost certain to see some more fireworks come out of him, which means Henry is going to need to keep up the pace. 2 seconds ahead right now could vanish in an instant.
Yeah, Max is the only person who can basically dig himself a hole and then reliably climb out of it. A 104 single is, it's fast for Max, but honestly, a no parity solve could easily be 104 with nothing special happening, and that will bring his mean way down. He could count a 119 and he still win handily.
We're watching Lim Hung in your main screen. Henry Lickner in the top right.
Okay, Lim with a 40-second split, very solid.
Yeah?
Lim has a very interesting way of holding the cube. He often holds like the top part of the cube with his left hand and does D moves and wide D moves with his right, which is extremely unusual, but he makes it work very well. It's it's honestly a very unique way of solving and executing on big cubes.
It feels like he's on pretty decent pace,
Oh, wow,
almost at
yes.
3x3. Yeah, this is 3x3 stage now. You should be looking for something significantly better than 118. Yeah, there's the last layer now. Almost 110, not quite going to get there. PLL parity once again. 112, much, much better from him. He's also looking to put on a run.
I'm seeing the same thing we saw in 7x7 finals last night from Lim, though, is like absolutely disaster execution on 3x3 stage. I think it was like a 102 reduction with cross solved. It's Yao, and it takes him 10 seconds to finish with PLL parity. Great reduction, but like you can't. It's like this is the world final. 112 is not good enough, especially when you started with a 118.
So many names are still in contention. Seung-Hook Nam, one of them, 114 on his first. He's going to look for another one, trying to keep up that pace as there's a lot of good solver. Tianjun Yang from Chinese Taipei also getting 112 PR for him. 128 in the first, though. Yeah, hard to see how he's going to fit into the picture.
And we have our leader right now. Henry Lichtner is going. He is a pretty deep under the table solver, so we will keep an eye on him. But he's got a chance to make a crazy upset from a 120 PR just 5 weeks ago to the world title. Like, it's the inverse of Sebastian Weyer. The kid has been good for about 6 weeks.
It's the stuff dreams are made of, but he does need to finish the job. Yeah, Nam is going to look like he has a good one. 3x3 stage solidly. He's looking at not quite sub 110, but certainly a good continuation from the 114 he had. 113. He's solidly in second place, it seems, at the moment.
So Nam famously got his first world record in 6x6 mean about a year and a half ago. It is his only world record. He had a 107 mean, which was absolutely crazy for him at the time and is still his best average to date. But we have, Taman, 115, 110. It is really tight. It's absolutely anyone's ball game.
Wow, yeah.
And Lichtner with a 116. Okay, so it's obviously still in it, but I mean, we are so tight. Taman Kolosinski, 112.9 projected, and 115.6 is sixth place right now. And 6x6, a couple parities, a really good solve. Low 1 minute solves are possible, and all of a sudden you have gotten back in it, and Max is
trying to crush his edge pairing right now. There's still a lot of edges left. Last four now?
No, he's not crushing his edge pairing at all.
Oh,
This
no.
is awful.
No.
Okay, he had really easy last four edge case to kind of save it, but like...
He needs to come back a little bit on 3x3 stage if he's going to get sub 110. Yeah, it looks like... Oh, could happen. No, PLL parity is going to play spoiler once again. 111 for Max. Suddenly, it feels like everyone is kind of in. Timon with 115, 110. He has a 112 mean of 2 right now. That's only half a second behind Max's mean.
No, Max got bailed out there by an easy last four edge cases. His edges were honestly like really weak, which is so strange for Max. We saw it a little bit like at different times in this competition on some of his 7x7 solves. His edges were so strong last night, but right now I don't know what's going on. Like, I'd expect him to be running away from this field, even though the field is quite impressive. Let's see Lim's last solve.
I mean, yeah, it looks like there are 2 guys vying for 1 right now, and kind of 4 that are sitting in the second pack. They're looking for 3rd, maybe 2nd, if one of the guys at the top mess up. Lim, that looked like a huge exec error on the 3rd. On the 2nd Yao edge, and he's going to be put pretty far behind now.
He really needs like a 105 in this solve, and he is nowhere near the pace. I mean, definitely his chances of winning are going to be dashed. He's going to probably need a lot of help, though, from the people ahead of him to make a mistake on this last solve if he wants to get on the podium.
Yeah, if Nam continues the pace he's currently on, Lim would need 110, and this is not looking like it's going to get there. So many edges are left as he's at 54, 55 seconds now.
No, Lim flipped at 48. He's off. Like, he's on pace for like over 120 right now. This is, I mean, it's just. It's disappointing. It's unfortunate. I mean, he did get the 7x7 podium last night. He's obviously very happy about that, but he's capable of a lot more.
115 coming from Dongsu Park. 118.65 is his mean, as Lim is going to wrap up now with an unfortunate, not even close. This one, PLL party 2.
Kieran's still in it. Oh, Kieran got 112 in the second solve. So we have a few people still in it. Nam is doing well. It's Max, Taman, Nam, Henry, and Kieran are the people still in it. Everyone else is projected 18 or worse. Obviously, some of these currently lower ranked cubers could get a low 1 minute solve, but it's pretty unlikely. We have Nam and Taman on their final solves now, as everyone is on the same cadence and will be wrapping up in the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, it looks like Kieran will probably finish before Nam. He's about a minute into his solve. We're looking for him to bring the cube up any second now.
Kieran wants a chance. He needs to start moving his hands upward because he's a little bit behind.
This is not gonna do it.
Uh-oh.
No, he needed 111 to overtake Nam's current pace.
That's a tough one from Kieran. He had a terrible last solve in 7x7, and it looks like the same thing is happening in 6x6. He is officially off the podium.
Out.
That's rough. 2 repeats of the exact same style of Mina 3 for Kieran.
Nam now just finishing up edges. He should be moving to 3x3. Yeah, here it is. You can see his turning has significantly improved, going a lot faster, but he's also going to end up with one that this is going to be his worst one very comfortably.
Oh, no. All right, Lichtner and Timon now. What's going to happen? Everyone is doing pretty poorly in this last solve. Timon just finished edge pairing. He's at 101 on Redux. Timon could win.
Yeah, Timon has a good chance of winning here. Can he
party 106.
Oh, little Locky. 112.68 is going to be his time. He's going to get a 112 mean, and it's all up to Max.
Let's go switch to Henry. No, it's up to... No, we have Henry as well. Henry and Max. Henry with a good solve will lock up a top 3 finish, but it is wide open. We have no idea where Henry is at right now. And Max, with anything reasonable for him, will take the win once again. Can he stop Timon from getting back-to-back world titles? Is Henry on OLL?
Yes. Needs to wrap up the solve as soon as possible. 113.56 from Henry Lichtner.
He's going to put him in 3rd place. Henry Lichtner, 114.09. He's going to get 3rd place at his first World Championships. Congratulations, Henry. Barring a 1:0.59 second, barring a 1:03 from Timofey or Emmanuel.
Or a 120 from Max, but
that's realistic. Realistically, Henry is locked up 3rd.
Yeah.
Max is 113.58 for the win, 122 for 3rd. Let's get the overhead cam on Max once he gets going. Henry is 99% chance going to be in 3rd place.
Yes.
Congratulations to Henry. What a meteoric rise from just a couple months ago. And Timon Koleshinsky in 2nd place currently, but Max still has to get a 113, which is no gimme. Timon could repeat as 6x6 world champ.
Timofey 114, he's going to end up in 117 mean. The podium is largely set here, actually guaranteed to be set. It's going to be 2 Americans, 1 Pole. The only question is, what is the order? It is almost certainly going to be Max Park at the top. He just needs to finish this out. 113.58 is the time to beat. Wrapping up first, or all centers now?
29-second centers for Max, and Max's
he's looking
centers.
Good.
Those are amazing centers by anyone's standards, and Max has relatively weak centers. He's on amazing pace. His edges have looked a little...
Those are some great edges, and they're all on the D layer now, so he doesn't need to do Z2 anymore.
No, this is a free... Like, if he doesn't close this out, it'd be a huge choke on this solve. Like, if you give anyone all 4 edges solved on D layer at 40 seconds, it's...
Here we go. Here's the reduction now.
Even
Max Park has locked it up.
He should get this even with double parity.
There's the OLL parity. PLL parity now. 110.78. Max Park is going to be the world champion, his 2nd world champion title, taking it back from Timon. Had it in 2023, his 2nd one here in 2025. An incredible job by Max Park, Timon Koleshinsky, and Henry Lichtner for the bronze.
Congratulations. Let's definitely get Henry. Make Henry get in. Congratulations to Max Park, still proving that he is the king of Big Cube. 6 and 7 wins, a little tight in the 6x6, but a dominant win in 7x7 last night. Timon Koleshinsky, just a picture of excellence, very consistent across all of the M-by-Ns, getting a 2nd place after a 2nd place in 7x7 last night and a win in 5x5. And Henry Lichtner from a 120 PR just a few weeks ago to 3rd on the world's podium with a 114.09. An absolutely superstar breakout performance. The world is bright for him going forward. He's clutching his heart right now with Alyssa. He can't believe it. I don't think he understands.
No, he's so trying to take it in.
He's so happy.
And incredible scenes from here in the Seattle Convention Center. The emotions all coming over. A great story is Henry's.
All right, Max Park is your 6x6 world champion. Timon Koleshinsky in 2nd place. And rounding out the podium, Henry Lichtner, the United States, 3rd place at 6x6 in the World Championship. Henry, you competed one other time this year. You came to that competition and your PR at the time was like above 120. You showed up, you put down a 114. You just put down a 114 now to clutch out a world championship podium. I see so much emotion. What's going through your mind right now?
Honestly, like, I thought, like, during my last solve, I started messing up so bad. Like, everyone started clapping. Like, in my head, I was just like, if I get a good solve, like, they're going to start clapping for me. Like, that's all I can think about. Like, I can't believe it. Like,
What has gone into your preparation for this moment?
honestly, just a lot of solves. Making sure that my hardware is good. My best friend, Ethan Cho, he is really the only reason I was able to get these results. He makes his own big cubes, and, like, they really made the difference for me.
Awesome. Henry, congratulations. You have a world championship podium. 6x6, world champion podium for Henry Lickner, third place, Timon Koloshinsky in second, and your world champion, Max Park.